All right, we are live. I meant to go live last night. Had every intention on going live last night, but let's just be honest. Got quite discouraged at the day, and just did not want to go live. Just wasn't feeling it. I have a feeling that I was going to be, ugly and mean the whole time, so I decided not to go live last night. Yeah, probably for the best. No, I don't want mid-roll ads. I don't want that. Turn that off. Go away. Well, it won't let me do it. Okay, anyways. In any case, before we go ahead and get started, there's always some housekeeping things that I got to take care of. If you want to go ahead and be a fan, member, liker of the Chris the Dude Nurse Facebook page, this is the quickest and easiest way to get a hold of me. I answer direct messages on this one and this one only. But also, if you want to go ahead and be a fan of the, if I can pull it up, Chris the Dude Nurse Instagram page. I do have the Chris the Dude Nurse Instagram page. It looks like this. Pretty cool. It's really just my YouTube shorts that I just post on there. But in any case, do have the Chris the Dude Nurse Facebook and the Chris the Dude Nurse Instagram. But in any case, what you came here for, or maybe you didn't come here for, is the union. So those of you who do not know, the UAW has gone on strike. UAW is, of course, the Union Auto Workers. I'm not sure if they're everywhere else, but they're definitely here in the United States. They've been out of work now for, just a quick Google search says 7,000 workers have been out of work for the past 2 weeks. That was written 2 days ago. And so let me explain my theory, not really anybody else's theory, but my personal theory as to why this could, again, my theory and could be good for nursing. So my theory and could be good for nursing. In any case, as I kick an envelope. At this moment in time, there's thousands of employees who are not working, be it some sort of automotive job that they have. Just for reference, I worked for Chevrolet. I did, back in 2008. In September of 2008, not because of a strike, I lost my job. So I lost my job. The dealership I was at is actually now a Walgreens. It's not even there anymore. Well, the building's still there, but it's a Walgreens now. It's sort of a funny looking Walgreens, but it is. And they said, good luck. Go find yourself something to do. So in 2008, I lost my job. I went to school, became a CNA because that was the only thing that was hiring at the time. It was a job that I knew that I could do. Became a CNA, and then, children came along, and I had to go to nursing school to afford the children that I have, because, they want you to feed them and things. They need roofs and covers and clothes and things like that. In any case, here's my theory pertaining to the Union Auto Workers, the strike. Here's my theory, just my theory, and why I think it could actually be good for nursing. But several things have to work out for it. You have plenty of these Union Auto Workers who are. I was 23 in 08. So I was 23 years old when the economy shut down and I lost my job. There are plenty of auto workers who have been in the working field for roughly 5 years. So if you graduated high school and you've been in the field for 5 years, you're roughly 23 years old, much like myself when I was 23. And then what'll happen is these people who are now on strike, not working, who are 23 years old, I could probably relate to them, probably upset, like, hey, why am I not working? Why am I not getting higher paying wages? Why am I not getting all of these things? Whereas the more seasoned, more experienced workers who are 35 plus, 40 plus, are like, oh, well, this will blow over and we'll be done with it soon. Your younger workers, I'd say anywhere from 25 down, so 7 to 1 year experience in the UAW or on their field, whatever it may be, in the union or in the auto industry, they're like, I've got bills to pay. I have, things to do. I have to do things. And some of these people may go into welding. Some of these people may go into HVAC. Some of these people may go into other parts of the automotive industry. But other of these folks, some of these folks may say, you know what? I took several classes at a trade school. I took several classes at a community college. And my prereqs line up, I believe I could go into nursing school. Nursing is in many cases, in my case, a degree that can be had at a community college. I have a community college degree, and so what I think some of these union auto workers will do is they will go on and they will say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pursue a degree in nursing because it's something I feel like I could do. It pays well. We're going to be able to keep the lights on. Things like that, and they're going to go ahead and go into nursing at their local community college. In order for this to really sort of work out, what I would like to see, which won't happen, is other entities help these kids pay for, or these young adults pay for nursing school, because sometimes school gets expensive. It just does. Sometimes school gets expensive. Sometimes you gotta eat and you're not working. Something like that. I remember I was there 10 plus years ago, however long it was now. These kids are going to need grants. These kids are going to need probably loans, probably mommy, daddy, help me, things like that. But I feel that the nursing industry could benefit from this strike. I mean, let's look at some facts. The nursing industry does pay the bills. It just does. You're not going to be rich being a nurse, but you could definitely be middle class. I don't want to say easily, but you could definitely be middle class as a nurse. You don't see a whole lot of nurses living in terrible houses. Typically not. Typically they're living in pretty good houses. So people are going to look at that. They're going to say, hey, it's a 2-year degree, something I could do. I'm going to use this term relative. It's easy to get a nursing degree. It's not easy. Nursing is not easy. Nursing school is not easy. But the degree on paper is easy to get because the amount of classes that you have to have will sometimes line up, and you could do it fairly quickly, especially if you go to an ECPI program, a for-profit school program, something like that. It could line up, but I use that easy term very loosely because it's not easy. It's really, really, really not easy to become a nurse. School is very difficult, but on paper, I know when I was looking into nursing school, I was looking on paper and I was like, hey, you know what? I only have to have like 5 classes. I only have to have like, this many classes to become a nurse. So on paper it's easy, but in reality it's definitely not easy to become a nurse. And it's something that can be had almost anywhere. I don't know of an area, maybe like very rural states out west, that don't have a nursing school within, however many miles. It's a degree that can be had almost anywhere. A lot of schools, like if you want to go to, trying to think of a really, a degree that would not be very easy to get. Veterinarian, just a veterinarian. In North Carolina, to my knowledge, there's one school that offers a degree in veterinarian, or a veterinarian doctorate, and that's North Carolina State. So that's where you got to go. If you want to go be a nurse in North Carolina, we have 100 counties in North Carolina. Most of them have community colleges. I really don't know that there's a community college that does not offer nursing. So, unless you're in a very, very, very rural area, which a lot of these UAW or UAW plants, they may be rural, but they probably do have a tech school, you're going to be able to go into that degree, and you're going to be able to go into it, with difficulty. But it's not. I'm not going for rocket science or what that be. Some sort of engineering, astro engineering, maybe. I don't know. So this is just my theory. One reason why I believe, in my theory, that the UAW union strike could actually be good for nursing, but may not end up that way. But we'll see. Just my thought process, just my theory, but it definitely could be. It's sort of, like I said, sort of how I got into it. I only got into it because of the '08 strike, whereas, I know plenty of people that got into it because of the '08 strike. Anybody have any thoughts or worries, wishes? I really hope the strike ends. Be honest about that. I really hope that the UAW strike ends. Because prices of things will begin to rise if prices of new vehicles, because new vehicles will probably begin to get scarce, and so it'll cause other prices to rise of things, which is a worry. I'm not sure if you can hear the kids in the background there. I thought we were all settled from church. That's why I went on ahead and got on the live stream. But they are definitely in there hollering at each other. Their grandmother's in there with them right now, so it's not like they're all alone. Their grandmother is in there with them, so they do have an adult watching them. In any case, let me tell you about yesterday. And I know I'm fully aware. I am fully aware of several things. I am very blessed to have the opportunity to have the day that I did have yesterday. Very blessed to have this. So this is definitely a first world problem. Them kids is hollering hardcore. I'll go in there and whoop them. So I'm very blessed to have the opportunity that I had yesterday. 2, this really only pertains to sort of me. Like, I don't know how many other people in the known universe would really care too much about this issue, because, this was, in my opinion, this was a big deal. My wife really did not seem to care, and that sort of made me even more mad. So what happened? Let me, as I'm typing on my computer to sort of set it up. So what had happened? I went to Japanese vehicles in North Carolina have been legal for a few years. And the right-hand drive, like, actually imported from Japan. Those vehicles have been legal in North Carolina for a few years, but they got to meet certain requirements. They got to be over 25 years old of a vehicle, and it's got to pass there's a lot to it. Anyways, any case, several years now, these vehicles have been legal in North Carolina, and ever since they became legal in North Carolina, I have wanted one, like hardcore style. I've been fighting after getting one. I am finally old enough to have the means. My children are finally old enough. My youngest is about to turn 5, and so she's finally to the point to where I can begin to look at things like this without having to worry about car seats and having to worry about, all my vehicles. I don't have to have sliding doors on all my vehicles anymore. Things like that. So finally I'm getting to the point where I can get a Japanese vehicle. So for the last 2 Father's Days, last 2 Father's Days, my wife would ask me, what do you want? And I would say, I want to go to, there's a place in Virginia, and it's called Duncan. And it is a Japanese car dealership, and where they import, let me show you here, where they import Japanese vehicles. And, they have all of these things you can't buy in America. You can buy an SSR in America, but they have all these vehicles you cannot buy in America, but they're a very specialized Japanese car dealership. So for the past 2 Father's Days, I've told my wife I want to go to Duncan. That's where I want to go. And something always happen and we'll never go. She's like, well, why don't we go? And I'll be like, oh, well, we have a softball tournament, or one of the kids is sick, or, something like that. So this has been 2 years now. So finally, yesterday, and yesterday was actually planned. It was a planned day yesterday. Like, it was my only day. We finally didn't have anything. The kids finally didn't have anything. We finally had everybody together. It was going to be a day where we could actually go. Instead of going to Duncan in Virginia, there's a place here in North Carolina. It's called Mayberry Mini Trucks. I'm going to go ahead and pull them up. So it's called Mayberry Mini Trucks. Now, if you see right here, now it says they'll be closed Saturday, September 30th. In any case, the whole week I have been checking this website like crazy, because they have one truck which now it says sale pending. It's the one I want. I want that. It's blue. It's cool as all get out. That is it. That's the one I want. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go see them, which now it says sale pending, so I probably can't get it in any case. But I said, you know what? We finally have a weekend off. We're finally able to do this. Let's go ahead and let's go to Mount Airy. Mount Airy is Mayberry, for those of you who do not know. Andy Griffith, the show called it Mayberry, but in reality it's called Mount Airy, is the name of the little city. In any case, like I said, I've been checking this website every day for the past week minimum. Every day I've been checking the website. And finally yesterday, I get off work, I get the kids dressed, I get the kids fed, and we're on our way up there. And my wife is just, it was one of those things where you could tell it was not for her. It was not something that she really cared to do. Wasn't something that she was interested in. She was talking about how she's going to have to watch the younger two because they're not going to want to be there. And my oldest is the only one who's going to have any fun. This isn't going to be a fun trip, the whole way. And they're roughly an hour away, but when you take 3 girls with you, it takes 2. Everybody's got to stop and potty and things like that. Get all the way up there, and all the way to where we're supposed to be, and the gate's locked. It took me now 2 whole years to get here. Like 2 years to finally get there. And I'm finally there. We will be closed Saturday, September 30th, 2023. Now, had I seen this, and I don't blame Mount Airy Mini Trucks or Mayberry Mini Trucks. I do not blame them. You know, it sucks. It sucks bad. But it's not really their fault, you know. But I've been checking this website every day for the past minimum week, if not longer. And the gate's locked when we get up there. And I was not the happiest. You know, I should have just went ahead and gone to Duncan. That's what I should have done. I should have said, you know what, we're going all the way to Virginia. Needless to say, I did not end up with my blue truck. Didn't end up with anything. I should have honestly just gone to Duncan. Or I should have called, or you know, something, because I didn't call, and that's on me. And then I was just defeated, man. Just discouraged as I'll get out, you know, just defeated. However, I do need to stop and say, I am very privileged to have the ability to go up there. You know, this is a very sort of first world problem. For me to even have the ability, or not even first world. You know, the fact that I have the job that I do, that I could afford something like this, along with, you know, everything else I have. You know, I'm very privileged for just the fact that this is even an ability. So I really need to, you know, not be upset about that. And, you know, sort of take a moment to step back and be like, okay, you know, this sucks. You know, it took you 2 years to get here, but you do have this ability to do this, you know. It's just very discouraging. Sort of sucked. And then as I'm pulling away from Mayberry Mini Trucks, as I'm sort of pulling out of the driveway or you know, the road or whatever you want to call it, and as I'm pulling out, one of my buddies who knew I was up there texted me a picture, sent me a screenshot, and of their website, which says will be closed September 30th. And he says, hey, it's right there, they're not open. I said, you're not helping. It's like, yeah, you're really not helping right there. So, I mean, I know other people are going to be like, oh, well, go ahead and cry, baby. You know, I understand that I am very fortunate and blessed to even have this ability. It still sucks. Still sucks. Then my wife, in true fashion, did not want to let me sit down and cry about it for the rest of the day. Made me go to Target to buy clothes for picture day. I don't know who out here has ever, like, Target to me is like they tar and feather me on the way in the door. Like, it becomes the worst possible place to be in the history of places to be. I hate Target. I just hate it. I don't know why. I hate Target. My wife says, we're going to Target to go get some clothes for the girls. Wah, wah, wah. Leave Target because they don't have everything we need. And we'll go to a mall. Terrible places to go in list of Target, mall. Right there together. So my 2 year in the making trip ended in me completely discouraged and truckless at Target and then a mall. Man, I was disappointed yesterday. So for these reasons, it was just not good for me to do a live stream. I had the time yesterday. I honestly did. I honestly had the time. to jump on and do it. But I just didn't. It was just better for me just to not. It was better, honestly, for everyone, for me to just not do it. Just don't get on. Just sort of leave my attitude alone. And be done with the day. So that's what I did. Laid right over there. Went night night. It was less than ideal. However, I will say, I don't know. Yesterday I said I was going to give up on the idea of getting a Japanese truck, a K truck. I was going to give up on the idea of getting one. I don't know that I am now. But yesterday I was definitely going to give up. I don't know anymore. I don't know if I'm going to give up on it or not. I still really do want a Japanese truck. It's just something I've always wanted. Ever since I knew it was a possibility. It was something I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I really have to have one of these. I really do want one. I'll probably, the stinking Mayberry Mini Trucks released a video, because they have a YouTube channel. Released a video yesterday about the shipment that they just got in. And I was like, I just saw you guys. I just came up there and you guys were closed. Like, I want to fight you right now. I don't want to fight them, it's not their fault. Not their fault. Let me be honest and be clear and be full disclosure. It is not Mayberry Mini Trucks' fault. I just did not see this mess on their website, and I checked it every day for a week. Every day for minimum 1 week, I checked this website and did not see this. Like, I really don't think it was there. I really do not think that was there. I just don't. I think that they put that up like as I was driving up there. They were like, "Oh, we're closed. Better put it up." They probably didn't. It was honestly probably all my fault. All my fault. But it did suck for the entirety of the day. It is what it is. I don't know if I want to reach out to them, and sort of explain to them what happened. Can I come back? Because I didn't throw anything or break anything like that. But, I want to, I sort of want to go up there, see if I can, I don't know, I would like to. I don't know if I want to go back or not. I don't know if I just want to go to Dunkin' or what. I'm still fresh though. It was just yesterday, so still good and mad, still good and fresh. I may want to go up there tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I mean, later. Just was not a terrible. It just was not a good day. It just sucked. In any case, before these girls begin to fight each other, they're pretty quiet right now. I am going to go ahead and end this stream here in about another minute or so. Simply because their grandmother isn't there watching them. And see how they do. But just wanted to give my thoughts and feelings about the UAW strike, which I really hope ends soon because of car prices. I don't want car prices to get jacked up, which they probably will. Even if they do get their 40% raise over 4 years, or I think that's right, still liable to go up. So I don't want any of these things to happen, which I hope in my mind, in my thought process, Chevrolets, Fords, and Chryslers or Stellantis vehicles will go up, but Toyotas, Hondas, Hyundais, Kias, things like that will stay down or down. That would be nice if it would happen, but probably won't happen. In any case, I hope everybody has a good rest of their weekend. It's a nice day, at least here. Go ahead and do you something nice on this nice fall weekend. So